What's up, fam? It's your boy DKG72 back with another tutorial. Heard you guys want to learn how to draw a wolf. Alright, fam, I got you. Alright, so the first thing you want to do when you draw a wolf is you want to do kind of a curved triangular type head. So what we're going to do is we're going to do kind of a triangle where, you know, it's got three sides. We're going to give it a little bit of a bell swoop though at the bottom, and you'll see why in a little bit. And then of course you want to come out on the other side. And of course, if you did a triangle in there, you put a line right there, line right there, and line right there, it's a triangle. But it's kind of like a gumdrop triangle type thing that you got going on. Alright, now again, as with all our other tutorials, going to do your dividing line about 3/4 of the way over. So you have a little bit less on the left hand side than you do the right hand side, and that's going to divide up the face. And then of course now we're going to go back in and we're going to put in the snout. Now the wolf has a little bit different snout than a normal dog. It's a little bit pointier, a little bit beakier. So knowing that, you kind of adjust for that when you draw. So you're going to bring it out a little bit straighter, a little bit pointy. Then you're going to put it at it's going to be more at a point than say you would with a regular dog, except maybe a husky. And if you notice, like, this cylinder is kind of boxy, so it has a little bit more form. And then of course you gotta put in your divider line, your guideline. Now the thing about these divider lines, guidelines, I'm doing this just to show you guys how to make things more symmetrical. After a while, you're going to stop using these altogether because it's not going to be necessary, because you're going to kind of know where everything is going to go. But the thing about it is that the only way to do that is to practice. What are we talking about? Practice. That's right. Just like AI used to talk about, practice. So once you practice, you won't have to use these guidelines, these dividing lines after a while. But until then, use them because it's going to help you out. Now, once we've got the basic shape of the wolf's head in place, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start blocking in where the eyes go. Now, the best way to do that is to do a quick line on the left hand side, real quick, right about 2/4 of the way up. And then you want to kind of mimic the line on the right hand side. Of course, you get a little bit more space. Now wolves are a little bit they have a little bit of a meaner look. That doesn't necessarily mean they're very mean animals. They can be, but that doesn't mean. But for the sake of our drawing right now, we're going to kind of give our wolf kind of just a little bit of an edge to him. Just make him a little bit tougher looking. So we want to drop his eyes down like about so. It's like a half oval. And of course we want to give a little bit more form to that ridge, just so everybody knows where everything's at. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and give him his nose. And just like a dog, it's kind of like a box, kind of like a cylindrical, circular type box. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do his nose. And the nose is it's a little bit boxier. It's basically, just a little bit boxier. It's like an oval a little bit. And it has kind of a ridge to it, a little upper ridge, like so, that we're going to do. And then of course you do the nostrils. Those oversized sixes, I like to call them. So now look, one thing I'm not really liking how I did his eyes right now, so we're going to go back and we're going to play with that. And that's one of the things that you can always do. Nothing's ever perfect. If you see something you don't like, go back in and change it. Don't just let it stay there. If it's not what you like, go back in and change it. There, much better. Now I'm feeling it a little bit more. We got a little bit more expression on those eyes. So what we're going to do a little semi-ovals under there. Alright. Now that we've got that taken care of, we got to go ahead and start building out the rest of the head. So first things first, we got to give our wolves some ears. Wolves have very pointy ears, so they're going to stick up like so. And they're going to attach like so to the head. Wolves also have very distinctive fur patterns as well. So because their heads are a little bit more triangular, they have a little like extra tuft of fur that sticks out. So you can come out just a little bit further, like so. And we're going to go here, and we just kind of give it, give it a little extra. Swoop out. We just make some swoop lines real quick, like so. Now for the other side of the face, similar to a dragon, we're going to cut that cheek line in, and we kind of give them a bit of a cheek line right here. We don't have to do as much with the wolf as we did with the dragon though, just because. Alright, so now going back to that longer, more sinister looking snout. Get that line out of the way. I don't like that anymore. There we go. Much better. Alright, so we're going to point that out. Then, just like a dog, we're going to do the U type formation, do U type line with swoop up, swoop out. And then what I like to do, just to kind of give them a little extra, we're going to kind of try and make his face do a little emotion, a little emoting. So we're going to give him a line swooping down, just so everybody knows he's kind of tough. And just like any other dog or any other animal, that bottom line, that bottom lip, or that bottom part of the mouth comes up a little bit short. Then you do your drop line like so. Now, again, wolves are a little bit furrier, so to speak. So you can do a little bit more. So instead of just doing a regular line across the bottom, we want to give it a little fur tuft. And again, you just kind of pull down, pull up, just give a little, and you just kind of, you can be as creative with it as you want. And just like with a dog, we get the little digits like there. You know that that's where he attaches to the face. Then of course we want to draw in its neckline a little bit. Now wolves, they're bigger and stronger than, like, say, a coyote or a normal dog. So you want to give it a kind of a really thick neckline. So you're going to come over here right about where the back of the ear meets, and you're going to start that neckline from there. And the reason being, you want him to look, you want your wolf to look imposing, look tough. You don't want him to look like a weakling. So we're going to get rid of this right here because we don't need that anymore. We don't need this. Again, things with wolves, the thing about a wolf, he's supposed to look like power. He's supposed to look powerful. So he's supposed to be the embodiment of, like, just total toughness and badness. So you want that to translate. If you're on a wolf, you really want that to really come across. That your wolf, if he got in a fight with somebody, yeah, it's a good possibility he's going to win. Now, just like with any other animal that we're going to draw, we still got to give them a little bit more personality. So we're going to go into the eyes, and of course we're going to do the half ovals. And if you notice, that ridge line really helps. Now, how we drew that, when I redrew the ridge line, it really helps add to that personality that this guy is, you do not want to mess with this guy. Now, here's a trick, artist trick that we always do to even make him look tougher. Drop down a little bit and put a little bit thicker black line right up under that eye, like so. On the left hand side, do the same thing. What that does, it kind of adds this shadow effect, and now this guy looks like, yeah, you get in a fight with him, it's not going to be a good day for you. Alright, so put in the eyes. Got to put in our little ovals for the highlight. And then we're going to put in pupil. Just dot, just a nice dot. Oval for the highlight, pupil. Little dot. And now, because wolves are tougher and tougher looking and have a little bit more expressive faces, I always like to put a little extra line or something here just to kind of really give them that you know what, don't mess with me look. You know, I'm a nice guy, but you don't want none. Alright, now with the ears, because wolves are a little bit furrier, you always want to give a little bit of extra tougher fur. And just like how I've been drawing fur before, you draw up, pull down, draw up, pull down, draw up, pull down. And it just gives a little bit extra into their ears, so you know exactly what these guys are about. Now for the bottom neckline, again, you want that fur to come out. You want them to look furry. You want them to look a little bit furrier than, say, you would a regular dog, you know, or anything like that. So again, draw that fur down. There's no collar, but we'll go ahead and put a little separating shadow so everybody knows where he's at. Put a little extra line right there. And honestly, on the other side, you can kind of do the same thing on the other side if you really want to give them that extra tough look, or make them look a little bit older. So now this guy right here, he's ready to go. He's looked tough. He looks like he's ready to fight. This is not somebody you want to mess with. And again, you just kind of keep working, keep practicing, and you're going to get some very expressive, very fun looking animals and creations if you do that. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, how to draw a wolf. There you have it. Again, if you ever want to get in touch with me, hit me up on Twitter at DKG72, Instagram at DKG72, Facebook DavidGordon72, Snapchat DKG72. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, of course share it wherever you go. Alright fam, until the next time, I'm out.